So now I'm not doing a marathon in October as I continue to recover from an injury. I thought maybe it'd be good to hear from someone who is running a marathon. Enter Georgie.
That's me!
Georgie is my partner and she's going to talk today about how her running is going, why she signed up for a marathon. Also, as a bonus, I'm going to be recording a track 5k coming up later this week, and you'll get to see how she gets on in a fast 5k. So that's enough from me. Let's roll the intro, which will have absolutely no relevance as it's all about me running when it should really be about Georgie.
I'm way too self-conscious to do this in front of people, so I'm just gonna have to keep stopping like that. Eating flies. Dusted off the old booking form. I don't know what that means. So cringe. Hello, I'm Georgie, Nick's partner, and I have been roped into, agreed enthusiastically to talk about my own running. I'm currently on a 4-mile easy run, and that's part of my marathon plan. So I'm currently in week 7 of an 18-week marathon plan. First started running about 7 years ago, and I just had this really toxic kind of view that marathons were the only, that was the only kind of race worth running, and you weren't running unless you were doing marathons. And I just did so many for me. I did quite a lot in quite a short succession, and probably unsurprisingly led to me not really enjoying them, and long story short, ended up feeling really quite liberated when I just stopped doing them, and then lo and behold got a lot better at running. I was enjoying it a lot more. I've gone through this the last few years being really liberated, enjoying not running marathons, getting faster, doing fast halves, 10Ks, 5Ks, improving, feeling really good. Kind of did the classic, I'm never going to run a marathon ever again. And then, cheesy as it sounds, just watching the London Marathon this year, I just love seeing the passion on everyone's faces, and everyone's there for really personal, important reasons, which is ultimately why anyone does anything hard. It just made me tap back into all of that, and I was like, yeah, I want to give it another go. Also, I'm kind of in better shape than I've ever been in, fitter and stronger than I've ever been, and I kind of just thought actually it might be a really good time to do a marathon. Yeah, dusted off the old booking form, I don't know what that means, and signed up to Abingdon. And I signed up to Abingdon because Nick was doing Abingdon, and I've already paid for the accommodation, so I might as well run as well. But then of course you know the rest. So in terms of plan, I am following the Hansen method. You can look that up and find out what that's about. That suits me well in terms of my style, I guess, like the way that I want to train, the amount that I want to run, and kind of spreading my runs over more days, and things like that. There's so much to that plan. It's a bit Marmite. People seem to feel strongly about it one way or the other, but it really works for me. I really believe in, the way that it will fit into my life and the way that I think I'll respond to it. And in terms of goals, this is something I feel really self-conscious about, because I think it's really important to set yourself high expectations and believe in yourself. And if you don't aim incredibly high, you'll never know what you can do. And I think that it's also, though, right, important to be realistic and be kind to yourself and, not put too much pressure on yourself. So all that being said, my equivalent times, I seem to come out around 3:30. So I've done the 1:41 half, I've done a sub 45 10k. I'm hopefully this week on for a sub 21 5k, but my marathon time previously is 4:29, which is a brilliant marathon time, by the way, and I'm incredibly proud of that time. However, as I've said over the years, my times have been creeping up in other distances, and like I say, now feels like the time to see what I could really do. Setting myself what I'm calling my moonshot goal of 3:30, but I think in reality, again, I'm funny about how I've put this, if all goes to plan, even if I don't have a great marathon run, it should just be a massive PB. Training's going well so far. Thanks. So cringe. I've done 5 weeks of base training, so easy running with strides. Do you know what the main thing is? I'm just injury free, like, well, as much as anyone ever is. Niggles and stuff I'm keeping an eye on, and rehabbing with a personal trainer as well, building strength in areas that have broken down over the years, lower body strength. It's just so important. But yeah, in reality, I'm looking at running 8-minute miles for the marathon. I do feel pretty good about that. I feel like I will be able to run 8-minute miles for a distance. Obviously I've done a half at 7:45 a mile, so what I'm telling myself is, with all my training, I'm never going to have done as much running as I'm doing already, let alone what's to come over the coming weeks. So to make 8-minute miles feel comfortable for as long as possible, right, and just push that wall back, I'm not under any illusions that I'm going to feel great the whole way, 8-minute miles all the way in, and pick it up at the end. I mean, maybe, wouldn't that be brilliant? But like I say, with a current time of 4:29, anything sub 4 is going to be like a half an hour PB. And you know, it's just brilliant, isn't it? I've got a great feeling, and it's important to be grateful and not get caught up in disappointment. You're doing something so impressive and so hard, even if I finished in still an incredible sub 4, 3:59.59, half an hour PB. How could I be disappointed? That'd be amazing. But if I can hold on for even longer and train myself during this time to feel as good as possible for as long as possible in that run, in that race, then yeah, that's what's going to give me the best shot. So this week, 4 miles easy today. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm going to take a total rest day, which, if I'm honest, will be the first in a really long time. I think I've foregone some rest days because, well, some of my days earlier in the plan, I was doing like 3 miles easy, and I run my easy miles anything between 9:40 and 10:20 really, or 9:20 and 10:20 maybe. And so I didn't feel like I needed them in that early stage of the plan. So I'm going to start introducing some now. So tomorrow I have a full rest day, and then, as Nick mentioned, I'm racing at the track, fast 5k Wednesday evening, and I wouldn't normally have a full rest before a race. You know, I'd at least do a 20-minute shakeout or something. But I don't know, my gut's just telling me I've worked really hard recently. I do like CrossFit and strength training as well. I lift a lot of weights and whatnot, and I'm feeling really good and really strong. But also, like, my gut's just saying the day before, I'll go for a nice walk, I'll do some yoga. And I think psychologically, I'm gonna feel fresh. And I think that'll be beneficial to me. So rest on Tuesday, race Wednesday, 5k, plus I'll do a mile to a mile and a half, warm up, cool down. Then I need to run easy on Thursday. I'll probably do my tempo run on Friday, so 1 mile warm up, 5 miles tempo, so that's marathon pace, 8-minute miles, and then a mile cool down. And then Saturday and Sunday, easy miles as well, bringing me to 38 miles for this week, which already I'm in the territory of running more miles than I've ever run every week. So as I say, main goal is to not get injured, keep enjoying it. I'm writing a gratitude journal entry for every run that I do, and I've kept it up every run for 7 weeks now. I'm really proud of that as well, to be honest. But I just think you've got to remember why you're doing this, and it's not because of the time, even if you think it is. It's always for bigger reasons. It's important for me, it's really important to remember those. So yeah, finding something I'm grateful for on every run, and just, yeah, being happy to be here. I guess I will see you at the track.
Everyone ready? After 3, 2, 1, off you go.
Georgie, come on. Go, go, go. Go on, Georgie, all the way in. Great run in.
But that was horrible.
Really?
Like 95% of that was horrible.
Oh. You look strong.
No. It's Monday now, ran on Wednesday. It seems like it was only yesterday, but I guess it has been a little while already. Ran 21:30 in the end, which isn't what I wanted. I wanted closer to 21, but it was a boiling hot day, and it was boiling all day, which made it hard to get my head in the zone, to make a plan. It was really hard to warm up, and I was 10 seconds away from my PB. So yes, the time isn't probably the truest reflection of where I'm at. There's probably more in there on a cooler day. So all things considered, if you'd have told me, you know, a year ago you'll run 21:30 on a bad day, I'd have bitten your hand off. So I am happy with that. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't rather be sat here saying, yeah, I absolutely bossed 21 on a boiling hot day, but I didn't. So that's fine. And actually, part of what's made me feel better is I looked up the equivalent times for 21:30, and it's still coming out at a time I'd be so grateful for in a marathon. And actually I feel a bit better now for not having that race in the diary. I think it was on my mind a lot. So look, it is what it is, and actually it's more of a lesson on things not going your way on a race day, which is really important. What you're going to do if things aren't what you thought they were going to be or what you wanted them to be. You have to roll with it. So still running amazingly for me, and I'm really pleased with that. And no more racing now until the big day.
So I'm afraid you're stuck with me to sign this one off. But if you want to see more of Georgie, then please let us know in the comments. Like the video, show Georgie some love, and do subscribe to the channel if you want to follow me or maybe just Georgie on our running journeys. It's completely free and we'd really appreciate it. So that's all for this one. I'll see you, and maybe you'll see Georgie on the next one. Cheers.